College football top 10 running backs for 2022, according to the Voice of College Football. Please like the video. Even if you don't agree with me, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Share the videos out on social media and subscribe right here at the Voice of College Football. Check out our listing of the top 20 quarterbacks for 2022 as well. Leave your comments below. Let's get right to it, considering that we started with a list of 32 and we broke it down to 10. And our 10th best running back in college football for 2022, Ole Miss's Zach Evans. He averaged 7.7 and 7 yards per carry the past two seasons in limited time for TCU, with 54 and 92 touches out of the backfield. He was underutilized, according to him. Maybe one of the reasons why he's now in Lane Kiffin's offense at Ole Miss. And the Rebels lost 97% of their rushing production from 2021, so expect Zach Evans to explode here in 2022. In the number 9 position, we go to Syracuse in the ACC, and one of the very best in Sean Tucker broke a Syracuse record with nearly 1,500 yards rushing, caught 20 passes out of the backfield, and scored 12 touchdowns as well. He ran for 157 yards against Clemson at 7.1 yards per pop against one of the best defenses in the country. He had criticized Syracuse for not utilizing him and being critical of the offensive approach. Many had speculated that he would enter the transfer portal. He has not. As a second-team All-America, he sticks it out with Dino Babers and the Orange. Sean Tucker's the 9th best running back in college football. At number 8, we go to the Pac-12, and Davian Thomas of Utah led the Pac-12 in rushing touchdowns with 21, over 1,100 yards rushing as well. Davian Thomas only caught 2 passes out of the backfield. That might be something that he needs to work on, or maybe the offense needs to utilize him out of the backfield in space. Ran for a career-high 177 yards against Stanford. Davian Thomas, one of the best in the nation at number 8. The 7th best running back in college football is Clemson's Will Shipley, a former 5-star who, despite offensive line issues, lack of production at the quarterback position, and in the passing game, had to run for tough yardage down the stretch as a freshman, showed that he's just not a guy that can make guys miss in the open field and run fast. He's a tough runner. Check out the Florida State game in particular. Shipley only ran for 739 yards, 5 yards per carry, and 11 touchdowns, 16 receptions out of the backfield. But again, you would have to watch the games considering the offensive line issues, the quarterback issues, and issues in the passing game. He proved to be tough. Ran for 112 yards down the stretch against Wake Forest and a $128 against South Carolina. Will Shipley, we expect bigger numbers from him here in 2022 as the 7th best running back in college football. At number 6, we go to Georgia and Kendall Milton. Consider that Zamir White and James Cook are off to the NFL. Milton only ran for 247 yards as he missed 6 games this past season, and he will be splitting time with Kenny McIntosh, but we believe that Milton is the real deal. Freshman All-SEC performer in 2020, and again, with the 2 big backs gone, and he is the more talented of the 2 between he and McIntosh. Kendall Milton will break out here in 2021. At number 5, we stay in the SEC and go to Texas A&M. Isaiah Spiller is gone to the NFL. Devin Ashane is one of the very best in college football. Ran for 7 yards per carry. That was the best figure in the SEC last season. 910 yards despite the presence of Spiller. Almost 1,000 yards rushing. Caught 24 passes out of the backfield and scored 10 touchdowns. Devin Ashane as well was the guy that was given the ball time after time after time after time in that difficult game in Boulder against Colorado, in which Texas A&M had to rally with a late touchdown to win it. He carried the offense on that final drive. Devin Ashane had a coming out party in the previous year's Orange Bowl against North Carolina when he was the game's MVP with 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devin Ashane is one of the quickest and most elusive backs in college football, and he is our 5th best back in the nation. At number 4, we go to Ohio State and Travion Henderson, the top-rated back in high school football turns into one of the very best in college football immediately. What a freshman campaign at over 1,200 yards, 6.8 yards per carry, and 15 touchdowns. Caught 27 passes out of the backfield with 4 scores as well. Broke out against Tulsa, 270 yards, a Buckeye freshman record, breaking the mark of two-time Heisman Trophy winner Archie Griffin. This guy did not need to be a workhorse because of the proliferation of the passing game and, of course, Mayan Williams and other backs as well. However, no Master Teague. He's gone. Mayan Williams will get some carries, as will, you would think, Evan Pryor. But Henderson is the guy and the guy that will need to carry it against the big teams in the big moments. Check out the run that he had against Purdue, in which he split the secondary and showed when he turns the corner and turns on the afterburners, it's all over. 28 carries for $152 was the one game against Penn State in which he needed to be a workhorse in a close game. Otherwise, he typically received 10 to 15 carries. That should increase here in 2022. Travion Henderson at number 4. Our third-rated running back in the nation is in a long line of Wisconsin running backs who have carried the mail and carried it effectively with brutal, punishing power and speed to burn. Braylon Allen, as a freshman, a young freshman coming into college football, he was scouted and recruited and rated by all the major services as a linebacker. Read his scouting reports at 247 Sports and the other recruiting services. They're rating him and scouting him as a linebacker. Well, he turns to running back, and once Ches Malusi, the Clemson transfer, went down after 3 games, Braylon Allen took over. He only carried the ball 12 times in those first 3 games. Then Malusi went down, and Braylon Allen was a stud. He was a beast. 8 100-yard games in 9 games played. 228 against Nebraska as Wisconsin eked out a close game against the Huskers, and was given the ball time and time again in the Arizona State Bowl victory. 29 carries for 159 yards as he was named the game's MVP. Braylon Allen, Wisconsin, the third best running back in college football. On to our number 2 running back of our top 10 running backs, according to the Voice of College Football, Deuce Vaughn, Kansas State. Beyond the numbers, watch him play. He can cut on a dime, quick acceleration, cat-like quickness. Deuce Vaughn's amazing. Consensus All-American player, over 1,400 yards on the ground with 49 catches out of the backfield and 4 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns rushing, 22 total touchdowns for Deuce Vaughn. Yes, he did have issues against the Oklahoma and Oklahoma State defenses. One of those, of course, a top 5 unit. That mostly due to offensive line issues. Deuce Vaughn is going to perform and lead this Kansas State team as a possible dark horse in the Big 12. Deuce Vaughn's with the second-rated running back on our list. And at number 1, we stay in the Big 12. And with Breece Hall possibly being the best running back in college football in 2021, moving on to the NFL, he's replaced by Texas's Bijan Robinson. Forget the numbers. They're good, but they're not eye-popping. They were in his first season as a freshman in terms of yards per carry. Now, this past season at 5.8 yards per carry and 11 touchdowns on the ground, consider that Texas's offensive line is abysmal. So this list is not about projecting statistics. I am telling you who the best players are, and Bijan Robinson is right now the best. The former 5-star is amazing. Tremendous power, burst, has acceleration, can do it all, and has the vision to be a special back, which he has already proven to be. The number 1 running back in college football for 2022, Bijan Robinson, Texas. As we look down the list, we've got Deuce Vaughn at number 2 from Kansas State, Wisconsin's Braylon Allen at 3, Travion Henderson, Ohio State at number 4, number 5, Devin Achane, Texas A&M. Kendall Milton, a bit of a wild card pick out of Georgia at number 6. Will Shipley, Clemson at number 7. Our 8th best running back in college football is Davian Thomas of Utah, followed by Sean Tucker, Syracuse at 9. Zach Evans, Ole Miss at number 10. Let us know where we missed it. Leave your comments down below right here at the Voice of College Football. Please hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time.